So Eero routers don't have a VPN client built into them, and there's no way to install one on the router itself. Now, a lot of people find that out after they've already bought the system, and honestly, it's not as big of a problem as it sounds. Eero fully supports running a VPN through it. You just have to set things up a certain way. So, today I'll walk you through how to get a VPN protecting your whole Eero network step by step, along with the settings that keep your connection smooth and stable. And just a reminder, I'll include links to the VPNs discussed in the description below. Now, the reason this setup is worth doing is that a VPN running at the network level covers everything at once. That includes devices that can't run a VPN app on their own, like smart TVs, game consoles, and smart home gear. Basically, the way this works is a feature called VPN pass-through. Eero doesn't run the VPN itself, but it will pass encrypted VPN traffic through without interfering. So the VPN has to live somewhere else, either on a separate router sitting in front of your Eero, or as an app on each device. And for prerequisites, you'll need a VPN subscription. And if you're going the whole home route, you'll also need a router in front of your Eero that can run OpenVPN or WireGuard. Now for VPNs that work well with an Eero setup, the three that I'd point you to are ExpressVPN, NordVPN, and Surfshark. First is ExpressVPN, which gives you over 3,000 servers across 113 countries. And depending on your plan, you can connect between 10 and 14 devices. Express makes their own VPN router called the Eero, so you can place that in front of your Eero gateway and your whole network is covered. And their lightweight protocol reconnects quickly whenever a connection drops, which really helps with stability. Next is NordVPN, which has over 9,400 servers in more than 140 countries, and lets you connect up to 10 devices. Nord uses their NordLynx protocol, which is built on WireGuard, so you get good throughput. And that makes it a great match if you're putting a capable router in front of your Eero. It also gives you a kill switch along with AutoConnect, so the tunnel reestablishes itself if anything ever drops. Finally, there's Surfshark, which offers over 4,500 servers in 100 countries. Surfshark gives you unlimited device connections, so you can install the app on every device in the house. All of that traffic then passes through your Eero without any issues. Surfshark can also generate WireGuard config files if you ever want to load it onto a small travel router. So those are the VPNs I'd use. For whole home coverage, you'd use a VPN router, and if you just want your main devices covered, you'd run the apps on each one. So to start, decide which of those two methods fits your situation. If you mainly care about phones, laptops, and a few other devices, the per-device apps are the simplest option. In that case, you just install the app on each device, sign in, and connect. Because Eero passes that traffic through automatically, there's nothing else to configure. But for whole home coverage, the first step is setting up your VPN router. So you'd connect it between your modem and your Eero gateway. Then sign into your VPN on that router, using either the provider's router app or a WireGuard or OpenVPN configuration. Then after that, you'll want to put your Eero into bridge mode. In the Eero app, head to Settings, then Advanced, then DHCP and NAT, and switch it to bridge. And the reason for this step is double NAT. Basically, double NAT is when two routers both try to manage your network at the same time. Double NAT mostly causes problems for VPN services, and it can also cause strict NAT issues while gaming. So bridge mode hands the routing over to your VPN router, which clears up the double NAT. After that, you can dial in the settings for the smoothest output. First, choose a modern protocol. That means NordLynx on Nord, Lightway on Express, or WireGuard on Surfshark. Protocol performance can vary a bit depending on the environment, but for a home setup, these are generally your fastest and most stable options. Then pick a server that's close to you. Keep in mind that any VPN costs you some speed, and when it runs on a router, that loss can stack with your normal Wi-Fi loss. So what matters isn't how many servers a provider has, but the quality of your connection to the one you pick. And a good server nearby will almost always give you a more stable result than a distant one. And finally, turn on the kill switch and auto-connect if your provider offers them. That way the tunnel reestablishes itself if the connection drops, and no information gets sent over the internet in the meantime. So to verify it's all working, connect a device to your Eero Wi-Fi and look up your IP address. It should show the location of the VPN server you picked, and that's how you know the whole network is covered. Now, if your speeds are slower than expected, the usual culprit is the server itself. So try a different server in the same country, or switch protocols and see if that helps. And if devices are acting strangely, or a game is complaining about strict NAT, double check that your Eero is actually in bridge mode, because if it's still set to automatic behind the VPN router, you're back to double NAT. Now, something to note is that bridge mode does come with a trade-off. It turns off some of Eero's own software features, such as the ad blocking and advanced security tools. So just keep in mind, you're trading those for network-wide VPN coverage. So just to recap real quick, Eero can't run a VPN on its own, so you either place a VPN router in front of it or run apps on each device. If you go the router route, put your Eero in bridge mode to avoid double NAT, then use a WireGuard-based protocol, connect to a quality server close to you, and turn on the kill switch and auto-connect, and that covers your whole network. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If so, please leave a thumbs up, as I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave those down in the comments below, as I love getting to answer as many of those as I can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.